The following is a review of a comic book and should not be looked at as an endorsement of the creator involved. If you really think that, you should have yourself checked out because you're reading into things that aren't there. Also, the quality of this video is low. If you're expecting higher standards, go check out me at Nerd@Newsstand or something else. What you see is what you get. Thank you and enjoy.
Hey guys, StarCraft here, and it came in. I know it says some Jim on the box, but, well, it's Bill. Bigfoot Bill, the next book came in. And now I've already opened it, so I'm just showing it off though. We got a whole lot of goodies in here, including the Earthworm Jim 2 preview comic. I'll do that in the next video. But, more importantly, obviously, is what the main event. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm gonna get stuck like this. Bigfoot Bill 2, Poseidon, Finger of Poseidon. But that's not what we're talking about in this video. This video, we're going to actually be talking about the other book that came with it. Bigfoot Bill and Volume 1, Shadow of the Mothman. Wait, Robert, didn't you already review this? Yes, I did. In fact, I got it right here. But why? This is the expanded version, includes stuff from the making of book, but also includes stuff from some new pages unique to this version. So, why not get it? This one is going to still be unique because it's the only one of the Doug TenNapel books I've got that has his autograph in here. But, for the sake of things, because a lot of the stuff in this edition that wasn't in here is going to be important to this, I'm going to be doing a revised review. I'm going to go over everything, but also give what the key differences are. As, well, for one, you already tell by the book that they've expanded the pages to make it feel a bit more like the Earthworm Jim book. So there's good points right there. Less felt feeling on the cover and all that, which is fine. Oh, an actual back cover shot. A new inside page to the cover, whereas before was just the Mothman, which is from the book. And, well, we already open up right away with one of the editions, which is the story of Poseidon, which was in the making of book. Yeah, I am kicking myself for not getting that book, knowing this now, but given how there's some additional pages in this one, I'm kind of glad. But yeah, we basically open up with after the Age of Enlightenment. Man's fear of death and darkness was so diminished that even mighty Hades gave up on existence. As we see, this is how Poseidon got control of the Kraken. He basically said, I hereby give upon my domain and place all my authority under the finger of Poseidon. As we see Poseidon, he's a bit of a goofball playing with the Kraken. Go get it, boy, go get it. But instead of bringing back a shark, he brought back a boat. No, bad Kraken. But yeah, Poseidon would just be sitting on his throne until he sees this woman up above. He makes his way there, makes her offerings, keeping her alive for a few days. Then when she finally invites him on her boat, he proclaims his love to her, but reveals she's engaged. Heartbroken, he basically says, do you not consider the day an invitation to rule the ocean? Great artwork. She then says, I'll give you 3 days. But at the sunset of the 3rd day, her fiancé showed up and brought her aboard, leaving a very heartbroken named Poseidon. The two of them decide to head down below back to the throne, but it's clear Poseidon just can't stop thinking about her. But things get worse when Zeus himself dies. Because while Poseidon would live sustained by the belief of animals, Zeus was sustained by the belief of man. However, thanks to the origin of the species by Darwin, people stopped believing in Zeus, and Zeus died. Much like Hades before him, he sends the power of Zeus, his power, into Poseidon's finger. Why his finger? Well, from a more writing point of view, it's the easiest thing to get cut off and cut him off from it all. So, but yeah, they basically continue through Death Valley because he's on his way to find the lady. But as they're going through, Poseidon is clearly getting more and more dehydrated until he finally finds her. But something is off. She knows more than she should. He even says, "My lady, I am not your lady, but we had to get you out of the water somehow. Be careful, he's a god." And basically reveals, again, she knows so much, saying all of the power, even Zeus, how the heck would she know about that, is in his finger. So they have it cut off, him and the Kraken are taken away, and they were the first to be held by that which we later known as the Crypto Zone, ending this prelude and leading into the main story. Which, if you recall, I'm going to go back over all this again. We've had a whole bunch of other cryptids, like the Jersey Devil, the Jackalope, the Mothman, the Slender Man with his slender bear. And there's Bill, basically finding out that he's not the only one. Because of this, he decides, I'm getting out of here, and leads to a very nice action sequence. As, Bill shows he can handle himself. So as he's tossing around a bunch of the guards, fighting them off, the plant is somehow going to come to him saying, "Come to me, my root. Come to me, root," which will make more sense when we get to the next book. But yeah, he then grabs his other blob cryptid and slams him into the face of one of the guards. As we're then introduced to Agent Beckner, who has a thing for one of his other agents, Agent Sharon. To which then he pulls out, he got some advice from Bill, which is basically, 1, Sharon, will you get coffee with me? 2, get coffee. 3, get married. As she's completely distracted, but shows that she's very nice to him and polite. Now here's where there is some changes right now. As, hold on a second. Oh, in the original version, it said cryptid escape a forest sector, but instead it says Bigfoot found in forest sector, which then leads to, instead of saying this better not be mine, he's more saying this better be a mistake as they make their way down there. And again, there are slight tweaks here and there. As for example, Beckner tells him, don't shoot. You have Sharon saying, Beckner, you can't go in there originally. Here, she's instead helping him and saying, we just want to talk to him. But Bill, using this fork and rope that he had, throws it upward to catch onto something and try to swing, but before he has a chance, he is tranked. Now here's where we get another change. In this version, he's still asleep. Now originally, this led right straight into him meeting up with Chupacabra. But instead, here, he's dreaming of his father. Well, his family in general, in this beautiful shot. This is a great page. This is one of the many additional pages, and all of them are 2-page splashes. Then he wakes up, meets up with Chupacabra, gives him a taco. And then instead of eating it, he takes it apart and finds a nail file, of which he has no idea what he's supposed to do with it. Beckner gets chewed out by the head, General Skinner. Don't worry, he'll have more of a role later on, but Skinner tells him you must use the brain scrambler. All the while, Bill meets up with Poseidon the Kraken, and Poseidon basically says, points it out that the entire crypto zone is a prison. Isn't that basically saying isn't that why you try to break out? Says, I'm trying to find my family, and Poseidon offers to help him find it. But Beckner walks in, chews him out, Bill out, and they leave. So yeah, they leave, and of course, Beckner's like, nice try, Poseidon. And then we get into another additional scene where we're introduced to someone else. We're introduced to Doppelganger. Nice guy they meet up with. They just talk it over as he's saying, I need a toilet. I mean, I would like to use a real toilet. You have a real toilet? It's a hole in the tile floor. It's degrading. The Japanese use toilets that are just holes in the floor at a time. My name is Doppelganger. Does that sound Japanese to you? To which, Beckner saying, I'll put in paperwork. That's what you said last year. As he walks off, they walk off. I don't exactly love working here either. Which then carries right back over into where it originally was. As he claims, he used the brain scrambler. They put on an act for Skinner, make him be like, Durr. And Skinner's convinced at first as he leaves. Then we get even more. Now this one is initially fine, where the Mothman says he has a vision, but we finally get a bit more about the Mothman. As he reveals, he's saying, do you think these humans are your friends? I do not understand the concept of friendship. My mind hurts, split between the past and the future. I was not built for such a long life. I am forbidden from what I was designated to eat. Fear. As it is revealed that he actually was a machine put together from parts taken from a sandhill crane. They wanted him to be captured by the crypto zone. Basically, his eyes send surveillance. In other words, he's a sentient machine. Whoever it is that sees him. And he does not want to be used by others. But, again, he is insane. Just completely insane. Meanwhile, Bill takes a screwdriver as they make their way, and we meet up with some of the other cryptids, like Chupacabra, a unicorn, Loch Ness, again, the Jersey Devil. They're all talking. Bill shows he's in a bit of a bad mood as he yells at these walking bearer pants. No pants allowed as he walks off. We then get another 2-page splash as Bill's just contemplating things like, Beckner's my friend, but why would he take an oath not to talk about my family? We don't belong here. As he's basically making the decision to leave. He walks right past some guards, makes his way in, and sees some stuff and toys of his family that I assume he made. He then takes the screwdriver and makes his way into the vent. Meanwhile, Beckner tries one more time with Sharon, but just doesn't go well, and he gives up on it. To which Bill makes his way into the vent, and basically, it sets off the alarm and everything. All the others are like, go, Bill, get out of here. Skinner realizes, like, I knew he didn't have the spine to do it. Bill's making his way through the vents until eventually he lands and finds Poseidon's finger, which he then puts onto his wrist, saying like he thought, and he puts on saying, I could use the crack and the strength of the Kraken right now. Now, originally he had said, I wish I had that Kraken right now. Again, slight differences, but I'm pretty sure there are more amounts of stuff. But yeah, the Kraken senses Bill and is starting to be pulled in. No matter what Poseidon can do, because he's weakened, the Kraken just smashes right through all the cells, freeing. Meanwhile, Bill is putting up another good fight. like I said, the Kraken bursts through the walls and, well, everyone's free to get into cause a ruckus and get out of there. They continue on fighting. Beckner tries to intervene. Yeah, they're done with his crap. But then the Kraken comes in, turns one guy's head into a pig. Fights them all off. He's on autopilot before then becoming the armor for Bill. So basically saying like, please return this back and return me back. Meanwhile, Poseidon makes his way out and gets to drink some water. Even a little bit from a water fountain is all he needs to regain his strength as he kills this innocent security guard. Why? All because he didn't stop him. Yeah, Poseidon is a monster. As, oh, come on. Hold on. He's talking with, the other cryptids, specifically Mothman, to help him out, as he then goes and fights off the guards, and, well, he's a god that's still at least partially powered. What do you think happens? As they make their way through, and Mothman takes away some of his the man's fear, and finding out about the he still has the finger. This leads to one of my favorite gags of Bill running through saying he needs to use the bathroom, and then the Kraken says he will transport somewhere, and he does. As they make their way back to the electrical mode, and it's like, oh crud, still not gonna work. As yeah, basically reveal that this is when that Poseidon inherited the power of Zeus, so he's able to be immune to electricity and uses that to get their way out of there. With the Kraken swinging upward and then shooting lightning out, they absorb the bust a hole as they make their way out. Meanwhile, Poseidon gets all the other cryptids free and they escape. Poseidon said he's going to go to the ocean while Mothman follows suit. Yeah, Beckner gets let go pretty much, which makes some sense as he's been there for 20 years. But yep, he vents a little. Sharon is feeling bad for him, but then she finds his note and realizes like, oh, he actually likes me. As we see, I love this bit. Ah, it's the Jersey Devil. Ah, it's the LA Nobody. As Mothman is wondering why does Poseidon not want to use his abilities, while Beckner makes his back to his apartment, where some druggies basically saying, "Hey, nice dog," and it turns out it's Bigfoot. He's hiding in his apartment, and Beckner is not having any of it. And I should also point out there's a lot more difference with the coloring and lighting here. Look how we're actually having shadows here, whereas in the original. Oh, come on. There's almost no lighting. It's just black colors. So again, I really like this version now. How there's just so much more details and everything. How Doug uses it as an opportunity to improve everything. As Bill meets up with a little girl from next door out on the ledge, but then Beckner pulls him in to show him, look at all these cryptids flying and running around. And yet, the cryptids are all making trouble, yet they're only saying they're looking for Bill and Poseidon. That's weird. But then, the Mothman takes the little girl, and Bill, remembering when he was taken, goes in to help as he jumps out, and with the Kraken's help, goes after him. Yeah, we lead into a big fight now as the Mothman realizes, I see my path. I see you, Bigfoot Bill, as it leads into a big fight. Bill's able to get the girl down, get her to her mom, as the fight continues on. And again, Bill is putting up a very good fight. Unlike Jim, where Jim is, well, he's recently been given intelligence. He's scrambling. Bill at least knows how to handle himself, but he's still dealing with, dealing with these new cryptids. And then we see the Mothman shows him his fear. We see Bill yell. Let's just say not to mention a whole load of crap is pouring right out. I love that gag. Thanks to the Kraken, he's able to regain his senses, and then the fight can, they're ready to continue on as Mothman flies off and starts to absorb all the fear from the people there. Vecna shows up, picks him up, and they drive their way down over there, basically saying how Mothman's, in his current form, he's just a middle stage. He can create fear and then absorb it and grow into another form. Basically, plunging everyone to a fear-filled darkness, providing him with an unlimited source of power. Yeah. And apparently his form magic is from an alien source. So the Kraken can't do anything about it. Mothman then finds Poseidon and starts to see his fear, which he fears being alone. And this leads to another 2-page splash of Mothman absorbing everyone's fear as Poseidon runs off. And then, basically we lead into the Kraken telling Bill a word they have to say in unison. Once they do, he turns giant size and starts fighting off the now, I'll just say evolved Mothman. Which, again, really, look at this incredible artwork as the two are fighting it out. The fight just continues on. Stuff is getting damaged. The Kraken and him are helping, but it doesn't seem like there's much they can do at first. He's just so powerful. But if he says the magic words one more time, it'll open up a portal into Hades, which starts to pull in the Mothman. And, it does. But it's about to pull in the Kraken as well, and Bill as well. And Kraken says, the underworld wants me to come back, and I can think of no good reason. But Bill does, and thus they stay. And they, Bill's just laying there, down there as everyone's waking up. Again, this is another great new page. Beckner makes his way up there, and in this case, Beckner originally said, you broke and you shared the universe. And to which Bill said, I think we saved the universe. Here instead he says, you guys sucked the darkness into Hades. Can I get something to eat? As Bill was saying, like, you don't want the crypto guards to find you. As basically Beckner decides, you can stay at my place. And basically Bill's like, so we could be roomies? I never had a roomie before. Oh, and Bill, your dating advice sucks. You just need to work on your delivery. And Sharon shows up. Beckner realizes she saw the note after she asked, do you want to get some coffee? Here's my card as she drives off. To which Bill's like, my roommate is a girlfriend. Doesn't mean anything. It's just coffee. And the Kraken, that's what Zeus said just before he married Hera. But then, they make their way back there, and it turns out the Chupacabra and the Unicorn and Loch Ness are all there. And basically Beckner's are like, oh boy, but they decided to keep him around for a little while. And we start to wrap things up as Chupacabra talks over with Poseidon. Turns out he was meant to help him escape, and Chupa is stupid. Chupa won't fail you again. To which then basically says, I can't get the finger off the gauntlet. Then cut off his arm. As we then end with as Poseidon makes his way towards the ocean again. As we end this first book, leading into a bunch of the behind the scenes details, which I haven't gone over all of them yet, but from what bits I've seen are very good. And, that's volume 1 of Bigfoot Bill, the revised and slightly extended edition. The changes done here, from what I've already read for volume 2, are very good, very well, and really give a bit more details that are going to be needed. Because and again, this was great, but this takes it and makes it better. And I said before how every time Doug TenNapel's books come out, it becomes now the new standard I judge things on. Well, just this alone reinvigorated and seems to improve it. Is it better than Earthworm Jim? It's hard to say. I'd say they're about on par. But once we get into Volume 2, on the other hand, let's see where we go. So tune in next time as I go over Bigfoot Bill Volume 2, Finger of Poseidon. And hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you guys later.